Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines. Mr. Speaker, it comes as no surprise that it's been a very long time since Ontario was the economic engine of Canada. In fact, it's been 15 long years, which is certainly no coincidence. The mismanagement and fiscal recklessness of the previous government led to valuable investment dollars leaving our province in search of more friendly jurisdictions. These investment dollars would have brought good jobs to Ontario and helped our economy thrive. Instead, Mr. Speaker, Liberals shut Ontario's doors to businesses, entrepreneurs and investment. I am proud to be a member of this government which is working tirelessly to reverse that trend. Can the minister please tell the members of this House about developments this last week that demonstrate that our province is now truly open for business?
Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member from Mississauga Centre for her interest in what's going on in Northern Ontario. Mr. Speaker, I was joined with the Premier to go up into Algoma, beautiful Algoma country. We joined folks from Pick River First Nation, Pick Mobert First Nation, White River, Hornpain, folks from Wawa. We were all celebrating the opening of the Heart Gold mine expansion, the Sugar Zone, and how sweet it is, Mr. Speaker. More than 200 direct jobs, 1.5 million ounces of gold anticipated for the next 10 or 11 years, Mr. Speaker. This represents another key opportunity for that region that's been hit hard over the past decade and a half of darkness. We worked with Heart Gold to make sure that that mine was able to open up on time, Mr. Speaker, and to see the smile on the faces of those workers and those people who've built those roads, cut those trees, and are now making gold bricks, Mr. Speaker. Well, I ain't got the words. Thank you.
Stop the clock. Restart the clock. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, thank you to the Minister for that sweet answer and for his leadership in bringing good jobs back to Northern Ontario. Mr. Speaker, our government is ensuring that businesses and investors all over the world know that Ontario is finally open for business and open for investment. We are cutting unnecessary red tape that was putting a burden on companies looking to invest in our province. Mr. Speaker, high costs and red tape have created an economic climate that makes it difficult to start mining and logging operations. These critical sectors are economic drivers, especially in northern communities. In fact, Mr. Speaker, 2/3 of Ontario's mining jobs are located in Northern Ontario. Additionally, mining is a large employer for our Indigenous communities, with over 11% of Ontario's mining force being Indigenous. Mr. Speaker, can the minister advise us how will these recent announcements unlock the economic potential of this important sector and get our people working?
Minister.
Well, it's true, Mr. Speaker. It was a great day in the Sugar Zone, but there were a few sour notes we heard. Well, despite the previous Liberal government, this Heart Gold team set up that mine in 3 years. But it took 7 years to wade through the regulatory burdens, Mr. Speaker. 7 long years. 97% of the time, those regulatory burdens were supported by who, Mr. Speaker? The official opposition. Now, this no-digging party's got to take it from us, Mr. Speaker, and the people in Northern Ontario. We're going to stand up for the 26,000 people directly employed in the mining sector, 56,000 indirectly, the highest employer of Indigenous people, Mr. Speaker. If they don't want to build mines over there, Mr. Speaker, we will. Thank you.